We've switched drinks and we're back here in game number 2 of this Nihil Game of the Week doubleheader here on Stream Sports Midwest. Nihil Game of the Week, game 2 features a Peewee Silver matchup between Firewagon and the home Timberwolves. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Hoffman Estates Ice Arena. Partner Eric Willowhite, my name's Aaron Schellen, and yeah, this is game 2. Game 1, we saw a very exciting 2-1 girls, 2-1 victory in that game. Fun game, low scoring, but a lot of action.
Yeah, it was a good way to start out this doubleheader. And Elmhurst coming in, the Chiefs, they were decidedly the underdogs, but they came out and won 2-1.
Yeah, a late third period penalty shot, which is something we don't see every day.
Especially in Nihil.
Yep. So let's take a look here at today's matchup between Firewagon and the Timberwolves. These teams were in different divisions in the seeding round. Firewagon played in the Jones Silver Division, where they went 4-2 in their 6 games, while the Timberwolves went 5-2 in their 7 Reichel Division Peewee Silver games. So far here in the regular season, Firewagon 6 games in, they're 1-3-2 on the year. That's good for 6th place in the Peewee Silver Tier 1 division, while the Timberwolves still looking for that first regular season victory, 0-4-1. They've played each other once so far, back on the 19th up at the Crystal Ice House in Crystal Lake, and that ended in a 5-5 tie, Eric. So hopefully more fireworks like that here this afternoon. Last time out for each team, Timberwolves 2-0 loss to the Leafs back on the 29th, while Firewagon dropped a 4-1 decision to Mammoth up in Evanston at the Robert Crown Ice Arena, which is one of my favorite places to call a game. And so that's kind of where we are to get into action today. So as the teams finish their warm-ups and get ready, let me tell you that the Northern Illinois Hockey League is the largest youth hockey league in Illinois and one of the largest in the country. It is made up of over 50 travel hockey organizations. Almost all the clubs are from Illinois, with a few from Indiana, Iowa, Missouri, Michigan, and Wisconsin. This is the 54th season of play in the Northern Illinois Hockey League. The Nihil member organizations field Tier 2 travel teams that compete in the Squirt, Peewee, Bantam, and Midget age groups defined by USA Hockey. The league also offers all girls hockey divisions each season. Nihil will partner with the Chicago Blackhawks to hold the league's Nihil Blackhawks tournament at the conclusion of this season. For more information about Nihil and its programs, please contact Bob Apter, the Nihil president, or visit the website at nihil.info. So starting goalies for today's team. Pretty confident that the Timberwolves are going to be starting number 1, Lucas Sachan in net. He's the only goaltender on their roster, so we're going to go number 1 for the Timberwolves, and we're waiting on the starting goalie for the Yellow Jackets as they have a couple of goalies on their roster. And
who are you going with?
I'm
going
to go with Julian Rock.
All right.
That's a goaltender name if I've ever heard one right there.
Got Wells Floric then.
So we'll see who the starting goaltender is. Yellow Jackets going with the Pittsburgh Penguin-esque black and gold. The black jerseys with the big block gold numbers and gold stripes. And it looks like it is actually going to be Wells Floric, number 97, getting the start. So I'm 0-for-2 today, Eric. I got this wrong for both games.
Well, 50% chance, and you failed both times.
I failed both times. Yeah. So Yellow Jackets in their road blacks with those gold numbers, gold trim. On the other side, Timberwolves home whites with a kind of a Vegas-esque look with the black and gold in there as well. And one of the more unique setups for us here, Rink 2 at Hoffman Estates, has us in the corner, as you can see, and we're bringing this action to you right into your living room. Puck back to the point here for Firewagon. The shot in, tipped wide by, that's Justin Marsh for the Yellow Jackets. By Firewagon. It's gonna get me all night. Up with it now is.
We just agreed to that.
I know. Glenn Byer now across the blue line. Little backhand feed. Pass a little bit too far ahead of Vincent Calderon. Squirts out into the zone. Shot from the point wide. That's Logan Alekna. Battle for it along the near side. The near point almost kept in by Lauren Kaiser, but she's not able to corral the puck. This is Alekna now with it. Looking for Calderon, misses on that pass attempt, and Firewagon down in their own zone. Cade Lombard behind the net. We'll watch Firewagon come right at you here. You typically like to say near side of the ice, far side of the ice, but here it's very near side, very far side. First one on it is Reed Williams. Centering feed for Blake Abinanti. Back to the point. Shot deflects into the far corner. Williams there. Reed Williams eludes the defense and gets knocked down by the official, and that allows the Timberwolves to play the puck up but not out. Backhanded and taken there by Kevin Lattis. Lattis backhands it, goes and chases. Cade Lombard will play it there, though, for Firewagon.
Looks like we got a piece of equipment out on the ice there.
Yeah, it's been sitting there for a while, waiting for the officials to notice it and blow the whistle, or at least pick it up. Across the blue line with it is Williams. Williams takes it deep, puts it towards the blue paint. That hops into the blue paint off the stick of Libby Wennerstrom, and Chachon is there to make the save. Lucas Chachon, puck bouncing through the paint, makes the diving stop.
And the said piece of equipment was picked up by the linesman and brought over to the Timberwolves bench. So we're clear there.
Face off to the right of Sachan. Back to the point. Williams has it. Rifles the wrist shot. Gloved down there by Glenn Byer.
So notice there's another burger in this game for the Timberwolves. There's a burger with the Wolverines.
Jonathan Berger for the Timberwolves.
Right, so not sure if they're related or not, but if they are, we had a double burger today.
Double burger. This is A.J. Scapone with it. Scapone, far face-off dot. Good stick work by Firewagon to knock the puck away. Battle along the far half boards. A couple of skaters go down. The puck's flipped up into the Firewagon bench. So that'll be a whistle and a face-off. 9:01 left to go in the first. Still no score. Regular season Silver Tier 1 matchup as teams are battling for seeding position for the Nihil playoffs come February. So still plenty of time to get things right for both teams. Shot whistled from the point by Alekna goes wide. Timberwolves able to keep it in. In the corner with it, that's Adrian Holodniak. Shot and the save, rebound in the blue paint, and covering it up is Wells Florek. So a couple of whacks at it for the Timberwolves, their best offensive pressure of the afternoon/early evening. But Florek keeps it out of the net.
Yeah, that took a while for them to freeze the puck. Florek there, but eventually he was able to do that. Face off to his right.
Draws one back. But Firewagon will control for the moment. They do skate it out of the defensive zone. Nice little pass up ahead for Justin Marsh. Marsh slings it around to the other side for Leon. Trying to skate out with it is Glenn Byer through a couple of black jerseys. He's out to center ice with it now on his backhand. Into the offensive zone, and he's stripped to the puck there. Ethan Wu flips it forward. Play the puck in the neutral zone. This is Luke Abinanti. He shoots it wide of the near post. Calderon now off the boards and just back into the Firewagon zone as the Timberwolves go for a change. It's stolen by Libby Wennerstrom. Wennerstrom across the blue line with it. She puts the shot wide of the near post, or left post, I guess, at this angle.
Yes.
Used to calling it the near post from wherever we're sitting, but no, that would be the left post here. Puck squirts out to the neutral zone, and it's taken right back in by the Timberwolves. That's Lattis. Backhands it into the high slot, but right onto the stick of a Firewagon skater. Coming out the other way, that's Abinanti. It's number 80, Blake Abinanti, not 81, Luke Abinanti.
Yeah.
Brendan Bush now across the red line. Skates left to right, gains the blue line, has his pocket picked by Drew Macchia. And back with it now is Reed Williams. Williams face-off dot, Tries the drop pass, knocked away by Alekna. Kept in at the point. And that does come out to center ice. Knocked back in. Should have been whistled down for an offsides, but I guess close enough is good enough. Comes out, and it's played by Kulentis, Ryan Kulentis. Gaining the red line, dumping it in is Firewagon. They'll go for a change. First one on it here is Vincent Schmid. Schmid up ahead to Pontrelli. Nicholas Pontrelli has it taken away by Connor Brookbank. Brookbank dumps it in.
Brookbank with a between the legs backwards pass. That was pretty nifty.
And a little dangle to get himself some space below the red line. Backhanded pass, nobody there, and it's taken by Calderon. Or excuse me, that's Scapone, number 36, AJ Scapone. Stopped at the blue line though. Passing it backwards are the Timberwolves. That gives Firewagon a chance to press right at the blue line. Neutral zone. D to D pass. Callan Alexander is able to turn and scale it in. And he didn't gain the red line, so that's going to be an icing. Midway through period one, still no score, and a bit of a feeling out process early in the first period here, Eric. Not a lot of offensive chances for either team. A couple of whacks for the Timberwolves a handful of minutes ago, but otherwise mostly neutral ice.
Yeah, nothing grade A by any means, and the goalies really have not been tested.
Puck in the high slot on the backhand. It's spun away by Firewagon. Long pass up ahead to Marsh. Justin Marsh, 2-on-1. Marsh and Leon. Marsh takes it wide, goes cross ice, looking for Leon. Puck in the slot, shot, score. Marsh, Justin Marsh, as you like to say, cleaning up the loose change there, Eric. The rebound found his stick, he buries it, and Firewagon takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, being around the net obviously helps, and picking up the loose change definitely helps. 1-0 Firewagon.
Just as we say, not a lot of prime A scoring opportunities. A 2-on-1 that looked like it was breaking down for Firewagon, but they kept coming forward, and the puck deflected right onto the stick of Marsh, who put it up into the corner to give his team a 1-0 lead. Back for it now. Alekna. Pass to Kaiser. Kept in. Alekna on it again. His pass is flipped up in the air. Shot up over the glass, over the net into the back glass, excuse me, and Schmid now. Taken by Blake Abinanti. Tries to stick handle through 4 white jerseys, is unable to. Bush on his backhand. Schmid now will use the net as a bit of a screen, but Abinanti takes it away from him. Blake and Luke out there at the same time. That was Luke with the pass back to the point that comes out of the zone and forces Ryan Kulentis to go back and retrieve. Alekna now backhands it forward. So we're down to 4.5 here in the first. Schmid and Reed Williams chase for the puck. Schmid's the first one on it. He's able to just get it out of the zone, forcing Firewagon to play it out, and they turn around and fire it right back in. Reed Williams on the backhand uses the boards for the pass back to the point. Dumped in deep. Puck squirts out. That's Cameron Brush. Loses an edge. Still at the point, and nicely done. Flipped in by Kulentis. That's played down with a high stack Kulentis. And now Pontrelli. Pontrelli 2-on-2. Nice inside out move by Pontrelli. Pontrelli puts it towards the net. It's knocked down by Reed Williams. Pontrelli played that with a high stick, but it was touched by Firewagon. So once Firewagon touched it, it was fair game. He made a nice move, just not able to convert that into much. Pass up ahead, potential breakout. That it's going to gain the red line, though. Icing's waved off as Blake Abinanti behind his own net centers it, and nobody home for Firewagon. Pontrelli now just turns and throws it the length of the ice, and that is going to be icing. I thought we'd have an icing down right here in front of us, no whistle. Instead, we get an icing at the other end. So the draw will come in the Timberwolves offensive or defensive zone, rather. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in period one. Justin Marsh with the only goal of the game for Firewagon. For either team, really. Calderon out to center ice. Cross ice pass intercepted. Firewagon the other direction now. Makia has it knocked off his stick. Calderon battles for it with Locus. Pass intended for Brookbank is stolen away there. Calderon tries to skate through Cade Lombard, but can't. Lombard now below his own red line. Tips it forward. There's Jackson Locus. Locus out to center ice with it. Tipped forward where Wennerstrom will play it. Tries to use the boards to get it out and can't. I think we're going to have a whistle and a penalty called on Firewagon.
Not sure. No, I don't think so. Maybe they're calling offsides.
Might be calling offsides as they blew that whistle with Firewagon in the offensive zone. Yeah. And that was the official on the other side of the ice. So
yeah,
must have seen an offsides. It looks like that's what we're going to get. So a face-off just outside the Timberwolves defensive zone.
Not a lot of free ice out there. And if you notice, especially through that neutral zone, a lot of players clogging up the action no matter where they are.
Yeah, even with the one goal scored, I wouldn't say that this has been a very wide open first period. It's been a very kind of balanced defensive struggle here so far. Only 2 recorded shots on goal for each team here so far through about 10 minutes of gameplay. Holodniak backhands it forward to Calderon. Calderon's pass deflected over to the far half boards. Beyer tries to get it out, can't. Alekna, he tries to get it up off the boards and can't. Jaden Leone along the far boards, tries the hard backhand pass, hits the skates of Alekna. Alekna now up ahead to Vincent Calderon. Calderon cuts back into the middle, misses on the pass attempt. Kept in by Firewagon. Schmid behind his own net. Pass up ahead to Beyer. Beyer's just able to get it into the neutral zone, but Firewagon takes it right back. Pass to space, hits the official in the skates.
Unfortunate.
Kept in here by Firewagon, though. Walking in, that's Brush. Brush with the shot, goes wide of the far post. As it's flipped out to center ice by the Timberwolves. Firewagon, though, right back on the attack as the puck squirts into the Firewagon off defensive zone. Back to play it is Lombard. Up off the boards, kept in there by Lauren Kaiser. Kaiser misplays it, and it's taken now by Firewagon. That's Reed Williams, gains the red line, dumps it in, goes and chases. And Libby Wennerstrom plays it along to the near side for Lattice. Pass up ahead, misses. Shot from the point, deflects. I think they caught a piece of the glove of Lucas Chachan as Wennerstrom now.
Yeah, that one deflected a couple times on the way to Chachan. But able to track it.
Firewagon skater goes hard into the boards trying to, I don't want to say line up Wennerstrom, but there was going to be a collision there, and Libby got out of the way, and looks like Reed Williams banged his knee into the boards as he hobbles to the bench, but that's going to do it here for period number 1 in a tight defensive struggle. It's 1-0 Firewagon as we get ready for period number 2. The Chicago Blackhawks are proud to sponsor the Northern Illinois Hockey League. Hawks fans, be sure to catch these upcoming games. When you're done here, go home, turn on NBC Sports Chicago.
What if they're already home?
Okay, when this game's over, turn on the TV. NBC Sports Chicago, Blackhawks and the Blues. Sunday, December 10th, tomorrow night, the Blackhawks welcome in Alexander Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals, 6 p.m. That's also on NBC Sports Chicago. And then Tuesday, December 12th, this one's on ESPN, no surprise. The Battle of the Connors, McDavid, Bedard, the Blackhawks in Edmonton taking on the Oilers. Don't miss the Chicago Blackhawks in action. So I think it's still pretty safe to say that McDavid is the better Connor, but 5 years from now,
yeah,
it could be, you don't really know, right?
Well, 5 years from now, Connor Bedard's not going to be 6'5", so he's not going to have the size thing, but he's going to bulk up, obviously. And the other thing is McDavid has the speed edge, but 5 years from now, Connor Bedard's
well, Connor Bedard looks like he's built like a 16-year-old.
Right.
He's still a little, he's a man because he's 18, but he's not big. Bedard, when he puts on 20 or 25 pounds of muscle, is going to be a force to be reckoned with, I think.
Yep. He already has the hockey IQ. He already has the skills.
Yep.
And a lot of poise for someone his age. It's unbelievable. But that'll be a fun matchup on Wednesday for sure. I will stay up for that one.
You're going to stay up? You're going to make it?
I'll be up. I should say I'll probably be up anyway.
I always struggle to make it through those West Coast games, man. It's so hard. Timberwolves coming right at us here in the second period. The shot in and out of the glove of Florek, and the rebound attempt by, I think that was one of his own players that Florek was able to kick out, and no icing as the puck comes all the way down on Chachan. So the first 20 seconds of the period, Timberwolves get their best opportunity of the game as a bouncing puck. Save made by Florek, and now we've got an offsides call.
Yeah, we hadn't said Florek's name too often, but like you said, right off the gate, right off the bat.
Yep.
I was trying to combine two phrases there.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate, right off the bat.
And the Yellow Jackets jersey, I mean, they're going all in with this Penguins look, right? Because the Penguins have that upside-down triangle on their jersey with the penguin in it. Firewagon has the same thing with the yellow jacket in the middle. I kind of like it. I always like the homage to a professional hockey team when you've got some of the same colors and concept and design and whatnot. So kept in now at the point by Firewagon. That's Brush. Timberwolves trying to work it out. They can't. Little cycle here by Firewagon, keeping it in. Put towards the high slot. And Timberwolves will try the other side, and they use the other side to relieve some of that pressure. Firewagon turns around, comes right back. Brookbank across the blue line. He'll dump it in as they go for a full line change.
That was a good job by Cameron Brush coming over to the far side boards and throw that one back into the neutral zone. That created a chance down there for Firewagon.
Timberwolves, Glenn Byer trying to walk through, and we're going to have a tripping penalty called here on Vincent Calderon. And we saw this in the last game. You know, it was accidental, obviously. He was trying to play the puck, but for you young skaters out there, you have to be in control of your stick at all time, and you are responsible for what your stick does. And that wasn't a trip designed to hinder a skater. That was a trip that was due to Calderon trying to play the puck, and he's now in the box for 2 minutes. And Firewagon will be on the power play here for the next 2. See if they can extend the lead. Leon with the shot, and I don't know if that caught the left post or just went wide, but hard to see from this angle. Centering feed pass from Marsh, who's the only goal scorer, now on the near half boards with it. Back to the point. Shot from the point, deflected there by Lauren Kaiser nicely. Kaiser one-on-one with Casey Schmidt. Schmidt's able to relieve her of the puck. Kept in, though, by Kevin Lattis. Lattis to Kaiser in the slot, and Kaiser had a backhand attempt at first, then a forehand attempt, and now it's Luke Abernanti.
I think Kaiser had a little more time than she thought.
Abernanti gains the blue line, tries to go cross ice with the pass. The puck squirts in on Chachan, who makes the save. For a whistle, 9:30 left to go in the period, 1:04 left on the power play, 1-0. Firewagon with the lead here in the second period. Timberwolves still looking for that first regular season win. Playoffs will start sometime early February, so teams have about 2 months here. As Chachan, I don't think, saw that one, Eric. Tried to make the save with the blocker, looked to his left. The puck bounced on the ice to his right. This is Brush. Brush is going to use the net. He's got A.J. Scapone hounding him. 2-on-2 now, 3-on-2 right in front of us. Scapone plays it over to the far side. Wennerstrom takes the shot, and the save is made by Florek.
Good idea by Wennerstrom to get that shot on net.
Yeah, Libby Wennerstrom had plenty of space over there on the far point, and she got a lot on that, and that probably is ticketed for that near corner if Florek doesn't make the save. So a face-off to the right of Wells Flores. Cade Lombard on the draw for Firewagon. That was Pontrelli for the Timberwolves, and now it's out to Blake Abinanti. Abinanti 1-on-2. Abinanti with the shot, score. Wow. Blake Abinanti had a Timberwolves skater on his back, and he rifled that into the left side of the net to give his team a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, I was just going to comment that the Timberwolves were having a really good penalty kill. A lot of the action was to our right here inside the Firewagon zone, but then Abinanti just going up ice and firing that one past Sachan. 2-0 power play goal.
And he used his speed to get a little bit of separation between him and the two white jerseys that were bearing down behind him, and was able to get enough on that shot to get it past Sachan. So it's a power play goal. Holodniak now near half boards. Tries the centering feed. It's deflected below the red line. Firewagon scales it up around and kept in by Schmid for the moment. Opportunity now for Firewagon, or for Timberwolves. Couple of shots, couple of whacks at it. That's Calderon. The puck is still loose. No whistle. We finally get the whistle and a face-off. So Vincent Calderon, two really good opportunities on that far side. And Florex able to make a couple of saves.
Couple of Firewagon players having words with Calderon there.
Well, I mean, you can't. Calderon, Vincent did exactly what you're supposed to do, which is hack at that puck until you hear the whistle.
Yeah.
And Firewagon may have taken exception to it, but there was nothing at all wrong with what young number 34 did because he didn't hear the whistle. Firewagon skates it out into the neutral zone. Brookbank, 3-on-2. Dumps and chases. He's down there with Makia. In the corner, Timberwolves now down 2. Good rush here as they work into the offensive zone. That's knocked away from Byer. Byer has it taken away by Locus. Locus is tripped up, and there's another penalty. And it's Calderon again.
Yep.
And we talked about being in better control of your stick, and that's the second time Vincent Calderon's going to go to the box for a trip.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. He provided some good offensive opportunity on those attempts at the net on Floric until they finally blew the whistle there. But you're right, he's got to keep control of that stick. Now he's put his team shorthanded once more, and they already scored one power play goal.
Yep, already down 2-0. Timberwolves will be shorthanded again, draws to the left of Sachan. Wennerstrom tries the right side, not able to get it out there. Kept in by Alexander. His shot's blocked into the corner. Marsh behind the net. Marsh on his backhand, now on his forehand, back to the point. Alexander D to D. That shot from the point off the stick of Schmidt goes wide. Centering feed in the paint, couple of whacks at it. Sachan is doing splits in the crease, and there's Marsh again. Justin Marsh with another cleanup rebound goal. He's got 2. They've got 2 power play goals, and it's 3-0.
Just continued pressure at the net against Lucas Sachan. And we're going to get a timeout called by the Timberwolves, I believe, here.
Yeah, probably not bad. A couple of goals allowed here in the last couple of minutes, and you find yourself down 3-0. So while they take their timeout, throughout the league, teams have been assigned to competitive divisions for the regular season. From now until early February, each team will be working to collect the points that will help them earn a place in the league's end-of-season Nihil Blackhawks tournament. Keep your eye on the Nihil.info and the Nihil Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for news about upcoming broadcasts of Nihil games. Our next 2 games will be at Rocket, the Rocket Ice Arena in Bolingbrook, next Saturday, December 16th. The Sabres versus the Leafs girls in a 14U National Division game at 1:10. Then Sabres A3 versus Falcons A3 in a Peewee 12U matchup at 3:30. And I believe those 2 teams are in this division. Yes, in fact, they are. The Falcons, Eric, right now 7-0 on the season. 34 goals, 6 allowed. Sabres are 2-1-1 through their first 4, so that should be a pretty good one. Tune in on the Stream Sports Midwest YouTube channel. That's right here. That's where you're watching this game right now. Eric and I will have those games for you next Saturday from Bolingbrook.
Well, again, the beautiful thing about hockey is that our first game, the girls' 14U game, Aaron, the Chiefs came in struggling on offense, whereas the Wolverines have been scoring 3.5 goals a game. They were defeated 2-1.
Yep.
So you never know.
You never know. You get a hot goaltender, which is what we saw in that one. The Chiefs had got some great goaltending play and was able to keep them in the game until they were able to get it tied late in the second, take the lead very late in the third on a penalty shot, and they walk out of there victorious. Nice inside-out move by Reed Williams. Puts the puck behind the net, flipped around by the Timberwolves up along the left boards. And they're out to center ice, put it to space, but there's nobody there. Taken right back into the offensive zone by Lombard. Cade Lombard behind the net. That's Blake Abernathy who has one of the goals. Puck squirts out, shot from that high slot area. And nice keep there by Brush. Brush still has it, trying to stick handle. Passes it down deep, and there's Blake Abernathy. The one-timer wrist shot goes wide of the right post.
Nice individual effort there by Cameron Brush to get that pass over to Abernathy. He was determined to get control of that puck.
There's Brush again, a bouncing puck off the stick of Williams into the near corner. Timberwolves now, these two teams played to a 5-5 tie the last time they played each other, so high-octane offense.
Ooh.
What's whistled down for offsides? I don't think that puck ever made it into the offensive zone.
I don't think so either.
I think that ref was anticipating.
Yep.
That was an anticipatory call by the Zebra there. 5:52 left to go in the second. 3-0 Firewagon with the lead.
And we got a goalie change for Firewagon.
Oh, we
so
do.
They do split it down the middle.
Julian Rock coming in, which you and I were talking before the game. I said if he doesn't call himself the Rock Wall, he's doing himself a disservice. Number 79 in black comes in midway through the game, and he's going to get a face-off right in front of him here. Shots are relatively even, only 7-6 in favor of Firewagon, but Firewagon's been the better team so far here this afternoon or / evening, depending on what time you consider your evening to start. Draw to the left of Rock.
Nice battle.
That really was, and ends up being won by Callan Alexander, playing it to Makia. Makia gains the red line. Little dump and chase action here for Firewagon. Puck comes out the right boards, and Timberwolves will skate out to center ice. Nice move by the Timberwolves to get into the offensive zone with it. That is Holodniak, has it behind the net on his forehand, backhand feed, the shot, and that deflects in off of Schmidt. That went in off of number 22, Casey Schmidt, but it gets the Timberwolves on the board.
And it wasn't anything, he was doing his job, trying to clear an offensive player, a Wolverines player, Timberwolves player out of the crease, but in that ensuing battle, it went off his body and in.
Yep, nothing Rock could have done about that, but that was good offensive pressure by the Timberwolves, which we haven't seen a lot of so far through a period and a half. They get the offensive zone. That was a nice play by Adrian Holodniak behind the net to maintain control of the puck. You get the puck in front of the net, a little bit of chaos, and you break the ice. Get yourself on the board and try to cut into that lead a little bit more here before the second period ends. It's now 3-1.
Yeah, that's a good response by the Timberwolves.
Battle in the neutral zone, and the Timberwolves come right back with it. Stopping on a dime is Byer, has it tipped away. And Firewagon now the other direction. Marsh, who has a couple already. And they've both been of the grubby variety.
Greasy goals.
Yes, nothing you're going to see on SportsCenter Top 10, but right place, right time, Justin Marsh. Puck hits a skate and bounces out, and that gives to the Timberwolves a chance to counterattack. Down the near side with it. That's Holodniak again, taking it deep. Has it taken off his stick by Brush. Along the far half boards out to center ice. Alekna will be the first one on it. Stolen there and dumped in by Firewagon as they go for a change. Vincent Schmid, one-on-one battle taken by Brendan Bush. Bush up ahead. Puck bounces around in the high slot, and it's flipped out to center ice by Firewagon. Skater goes down, and that gives the Timberwolves another chance. Lattice Lattice down there with Schmidt. Reed Williams now. Williams, nice move along the boards to get himself into the offensive zone. Cuts it into space now. Gains the red line, dumps Cade Lombard back to play it with Schmid for the Timberwolves. 4 skaters below the red line, and the Timberwolves will walk out with it. Back to center ice where it's stolen away by Schmidt. Casey Schmidt will turn and dump.
I like what you're seeing here from Firewagon in terms of just dump and chase, Aaron. I mean, it may be boring hockey, but it's sound hockey.
Yeah, it's very, very good defensive hockey, and that's what you want to teach your players first, is good fundamental positional defensive hockey. And just as we say that, a breakaway here for Blake Abernathy. Blake in, shot score. That's 2 for Blake Abernathy, 2 for Justin Marsh, and announcers jinx if I've ever seen one. It's 4-1 Firewagon.
So Blake Abernathy gets all the glitzy goals. Marsh gets all the greasy goals.
Yep.
And either way, it's a 4-1 lead.
They all count the same.
Firewagon, yeah.
They all count the same. So what happened there is Timberwolves got caught in a line change, Eric. Yeah. They had a couple players going off, couple players coming on, and Blake Abernathy was just all by himself over here on the left side of the ice. His teammates found him, and he came down the near side and put a glove side on Lucas Chachan to give his team a 3-goal lead again, as we're under 3 minutes left to go now in period 2. Battle at center ice. Makia. And it's just more of the same. Just get the puck on the right side of the red line. You have a 3-goal lead. No reason to take any chances. Gain the red line, dump it in, go get the puck, set up your offense. That is hockey 101 right there, and we're seeing it. We're seeing it pretty effectively from Firewagon here so far this evening. Shot by Locust, and I got to tell you, man, seeing number 66 in those colors is bringing me back to the 80s and 90s and Mario Lemieux.
All we need is Yager and some flow.
We need that lettuce. That's right. The Jaromir Jagr lettuce is some of the most famous hockey hair in NHL history.
Without a doubt.
Firewagon tries to break out, but again, just the ice awareness to gain that red line before you dump it into the offensive zone and avoid the icing. Nice keep there. The shot in, right pad save made by Chachan behind the net now. The puck squirts out into the paint, kept in at the point. Fires off a wrist shot, deflect attempt by Justin Marsh. You can see Marsh was waiting on that one. He wasn't able to get a stick on it. Now you got 5 players below the red line. Firewagon back to the point. Schmidt tries to go D to D, as the pass stolen away, and a little bit more speed. The Timberwolves could have had a breakout, but Schmidt got back on that one smartly, uses the boards to flip the puck up and out to center ice. This is Luke Abernathy coming down 2-on-1 with Leon. Defender goes down. Leon with the shot. Beautiful right pad save by Chachan off of Leon, as Leon had him dead to rights. Best save of the night from Lucas so far. Under a minute now. Brush. Nice little chip ahead, and that's scaled the length of the ice for an icing. So Lucas Chachan making the save of the evening here so far, that right pad save on Jaden Leon, who was all alone on that left doorstep.
Well, let's see if the Timberwolves can generate some offense off of this offensive zone draw. Obviously, you got to win the draw to start. Williams will take it for Firewagon.
Williams and Adrian Holodniak. Holodniak set up the Timberwolves' only goal with some nice stick work behind the net. This is Kulentis. Kulentis gaining the blue line with some speed, and there's going to be a trip and another penalty. This one's going to be on the Timberwolves. Their 3rd tripping penalty of the evening, and all 3 have been pretty blatant. This is going to be Holodniak going to the box for this one. So 3rd tripping penalty, and unfortunately for the Timberwolves, Firewagon scored on their first 2 power plays.
18 seconds remaining here. Offensive zone draw for Firewagon. It's important for the Timberwolves to extinguish this final 18 seconds of the second period and regroup and kill the remaining, heading into the third, facing a 3-goal deficit. You don't want it to reach 4.
Don't want it to reach 4. And, the reality is that 3 goals is not insurmountable. It's going to be a 12-minute third period, and you want to break it into chunks, try to get one in that first 4 minutes, then another one in that second 4 minutes, and see what you can do in the final 4. But that's going to do it here for period 2. And it was a 1-0 lead after 1. It is now a 4-0 lead after 2. The Chicago Blackhawks want to let you know that Little Blackhawks Learn to Play is a program created by the NHL to make hockey more accessible and to inspire boys and girls aged 5 to 9 to get in the game. The Blackhawks' goal is for the kids to get enrolled in this program to become a part of the local hockey community and to develop fundamental skills that help them succeed on and off the ice. If you know kids who might be interested, you can find more details and register for spring or winter Little Blackhawks Learn to Play programming at NHL.com/Blackhawks/amateur/little-Blackhawks.
Nicely done,
yes,
Aaron.
That's our new read.
The forward slashes and dashes, and you're able to nail them all.
I was, that's a new read for us, and that web address at the end is a challenge.
I'd like to say Ruben's doing that intentionally, but that just happens to be the URL.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Yeah, he's just the messenger.
He's just the messenger. He just gives us the script and we read it. So 12 minutes left to go. Timberwolves down 3 here, and as I said, Eric, you want to kill off this next minute 43. That takes you to about roughly the 10-minute mark. So 3 goals in 10 minutes, not unheard of, but you need to break it into chunks. You need to get one within the first couple of minutes after that power play ends. If you can get this game within a goal with 3 minutes left, give yourself a shot here, maybe pull the goalie in the final minute. But what you certainly don't want to do is give up that third power play goal and go down by 4 here as the third period gets underway.
Every time we say something, the opposite happens. So you say break it down into chunks. Watch the Timberwolves score like 3 goals in the first 2 minutes or something.
In the next 60 seconds, we got a tie game. Yep.
Yeah.
Puck cleared in by Firewagon. A couple players go into the boards. Williams goes down on his backside, but he hops back up, and this is Lauren Kaiser up off the boards. Cleared in, but off sides.
Williams was still trailing on the play there.
And Reed Williams gone into the boards a couple times pretty hard in this game. He looks like he's moving okay, though. He went into the boards here on the left in that first period pretty hard and was limping off the ice, but seems to be no worse for wear here in the third. It's also easier to fight through it when you're winning.
Yes.
Kicked ahead by Lattis.
Research shows.
Yes. Lauren Kaiser has it knocked away, and an offsides call.
Okay. It's a little late, but.
Yeah, but good PK here so far through the first 30 seconds from this duo of Lauren Kaiser and Kevin Lattis, sort of just gumming it up in center ice and not letting they are sending somebody from Firewagon to the penalty box. I thought there might have been a penalty, but it was weird because they blew the whistle when the Timberwolves had the puck. It looks like Callan Alexander, number 26, is in the box. So we're going to go 4 skaters to a side here for a minute 12. And now, if you're Firewagon, if you're the Timberwolves, this is your opportunity. Yes. You're 4-4 for a minute 12, and you're going to have about a 50-second power play. So try to get one here, maybe before the power play ends while you're skating 4 to a side, and then see if you can get one on the power play as well. Cleared up and out, or not out. And now it's finally out to center ice where Brendan Bush is triple teamed along the left boards. A lot of open ice, 4 skaters to a side for the next 47. This is Brush gaining the red line, gaining the blue line, taking it wide, has it right in front of us by the face-off dot. Shot, glove, and blockered away by Chichone. Brookbank back to the point. The hard shot in and out of the glove of Chichone by Colentus. Wennerstrom flipping it up the near boards. Kept in by Firewagon. As Wennerstrom is just pinned against the glass. Firewagon has it there. That's Brookbank, tipped away by Wu. And A.J. Scapone gets it out to center ice. Coulentes will be the first one on it for Firewagon, as that'll do it on the penalty to Adrian Holodniak. So it's about a 45-second power play for the Timberwolves. The puck sits right along the blue line. That did squirt out to center ice and then pushed back in for an offsides. 10 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in the game. 41 seconds left on the power play. Penalty to Callan Alexander. Face off in the neutral zone. Still battling for it. Timberwolves have it for the moment. That's Calderon. You know Vincent Calderon wants one here badly. Gets the shot into the body of Rock. And this time Rock comes diving out on the puck to make the save. So Timberwolves a little forward momentum here with about a 45-second power play. Still 24 seconds left on that skater advantage draw to the right of Julian Rock. Draws one, back shot, and the glove save made by Rock. That felt like a look what I found there from Rock as he flashed that glove out on the shot by Vincent Schmidt. And that was a clean draw. That's exactly how you draw up a faceoff win, is Vincent Schmidt all alone between the dots, and that was a nice glove save made by Julian. Firewagon now the other direction into the offensive zone. Leone. Or excuse me, that's Abinanti. That's Luke Abinanti. Gets it back, bad angle shot. Chachon holds the post. He has to try to dive out. The puck is underneath his defenseman, Schmidt, and the official referee blows the whistle. So that shot, bad angle by Luke Abinanti. Chachon made the stop with his right pad, but it deflected into the paint.
Right.
There's a bad hop there for Lucas Chachon.
Still able to weather the storm here. The power play is over for the Timberwolves, but again, they need to chip away. It's chunk time.
Puck is deflected up into the air just past the right post. And this is Wennerstrom trying to play it out. She can't. Makia walking in, forehand, backhand, and there's goal number 5. Luke Abinanti standing right on the doorstep. He jams it home to give his team a 4-goal lead.
All right. It was a goal, right?
And it was absolutely in the net.
Right.
Yeah, it was a bit of a delayed whistle. But, yeah, that was absolutely a goal. And that was all made by Drew Makia, Eric. He took the puck away from Libby Wennerstrom down here right in front of us, skated along the red line, went from his forehand to his backhand, tried to tuck it 5-hole. Initial save made by Chachon, but right there on the doorstep to just bang it home, Luke Abinanti. So 3 goals for the Abinantis. That should be a fun ride home.
Yeah.
And what I assume is either an SUV or a truck, right? two kids playing hockey, you know they have a big vehicle driving home.
Yeah.
So they're going to have a nice drive home, talking about whose goals were more impressive, I'm sure. 5-1 here, 9:06 left to go in the third.
They all count the same way, Aaron.
They absolutely do. They don't ask how, they ask how many. And so far, 5. Jaden Leone now taking it wide. Has it knocked away from him by Wennerstrom nicely. Libby, good stick work. Lattice up ahead to Kaiser. Kaiser 2-on-2 with Bush. They have it taken away. Yellow Jackets turn and dump. Justin Marsh, who has a couple goals of his own out there. Wu. Ethan Wu knocked away from him over to the far corner. And Kaiser now out to center ice with it. Yellow Jackets have it, gain the red line, and once again, as we've seen all evening, Eric, they gain the red line, dump and chase.
And it's worked.
Yeah, it really has. As they do work it out to center ice here. This is Lattice. Lattice looking for Kaiser. Blake Abinanti now 1-on-3. Blake looking for his third. That shot goes wide. Lattice. Chipped up in the air out to the neutral zone. That's going to be an icing. Or offsides, rather, excuse me.
Yeah, offsides.
Yeah, sometimes you wonder whether or not they're going to rule it an intentional offsides, which would bring it back into your own defensive zone, but not in this particular case, as we're under 8 now. Over to the far side, Blake Abinanti overskates it, and Glenn Byer able to work it out to center ice. tipped forward. Here comes Calderon in. Calderon forehand, backhand, and we're going to have a slashing penalty called on Firewagon. So Vincent Calderon, you know he wants one. A couple of penalties
yes.
that have led to power play goals. And are they going to just call a slash, or are we going to see something more there?
Is there a retaliatory penalty called here? I mean, I didn't see anything after the fact.
I'm curious, Eric, if they're saying that Calderon was in on a breakaway. No, because we have somebody actually going to the box. So Brookbank is in the box.
Okay.
So it looks like it's just going to be a power play. We've already seen one penalty shot today. I was hoping we'd see another.
Might as well, right?
Yeah, no. Instead, it's going to be a 2-minute power play here for the Timberwolves. They're down 4 with 7.5 minutes left to go. Draw to the right of Julian Rock. Couple of goals for Justin Marsh. Couple of goals for Blake Abinanti. 1 goal for from Luke Abinanti. Gives Firewagon their 5. And the other side, kind of an own goal off the body of Casey Schmidt into the back of the net. Backhand through the slot. Beyer looking for Holodniak, not able to connect. Another centering feed. Schmid tries to keep it in, and that will squirt out to center ice. Calderon playing it forward. Beyer. Holodniak takes it deep, below the red line. Puck bounces up into the air, and Firewagon now. They will skate out. A little self-pass by Reed Williams, taken away by Schmid nicely. Calderon cross-ice pass. He's able to connect with Beyer. Beyer out to center ice with it. Gains the red line, tries to come back the other way, and that allows Firewagon to collapse on him, take the puck away. A minute left on the power play.
Yeah, they were changing lines, so Byers really didn't have any help. He was just trying to freelance there as best he could.
Alekna playing it up to Scapone. Taken there by Kulentis. Kulentis D to D. Schmidt. Gains the red line, dumps it in, and we're going to have is that offsides? That's going to be an offsides whistled here on the Timberwolves. Or on Firewagon. 40 seconds left on the power play. 5-1, 6:12 left to go in the third. Draws one by Firewagon for the moment. It's taken there. A couple of white jerseys fight for it. This is Scapone. Puck doesn't find its way into Rock. And Firewagon bumps it out to center ice. This is Makia. Makia, the pass goes behind Williams. Reed Williams as Berger goes hard into the boards. Another collision down in the corner. Makia plays the puck from his backside. Williams with a power move has it taken off his stick at the last moment, and Wennerstrom now throwing it forward, looking for Kaiser, and Rock has to eventually just dive on the puck.
Yeah, Wennerstrom just shoveled that one ahead, hoping that it would get on.
Under the stick of Lauren Kaiser,
right,
yeah.
But it's just too far out in front. And Floric able to play that one and cover up.
No, power play is over for Firewagon. We're back to 5 skaters to a side. Luke Abinanti wins the draw, and Rock comes way out of his crease to play that one. Draw one by Firewagon here, scaled along the dasher. Up and out to center ice. Firewagon will possess. Pass up ahead, Brush. Dumps it in is Lauren Kaiser hard into the boards. We've seen a couple of players go really hard into these sideboards here this evening. Shot from the point, hits a body in front. Brookbank, and then Schmid sweeps it away. Bush with some space. Able to skate out. Good sweeping stick check, though, by Firewagon. That'll be an offsides. And if you're Firewagon, you're fine with this kind of mucked up, choppy play here in the third period. Neither team really getting anything going offensively in the third.
Yeah.
But when you have a 4-goal lead, that's okay.
And you killed the penalty, so your PK did its job. Granted, you had a 4-goal lead, but still, it's important. Special teams, critical.
Yep. Wu sweeps it around. Bayer gets under his stick. Calderon out to center ice, finds Holodniak, gets away from him. Alexander takes it there. Alexander behind the net, stops, comes back the other direction. Pass forward, kept in at the point for the moment, dumped back in. Giving chase now is Lombard. Up along the left side half boards. 7 of the 10 skaters are over on those far half boards. It comes out to center ice. And Firewagon content playing the puck in the neutral zone. Holodniak gains the offensive zone, though. Takes it deep, battling with Casey Schmidt. Schmidt will come out victorious with the puck. Gets the puck out. That eludes the Timberwolves defender and forces Libby Wennerstrom to play it behind her own net. Libby up off the boards and kept in at the point. Not kept in at the point as Ryan Colentus throws his head to the sky as he thought he caught that one. And that would have been a pretty good opportunity for Firewagon, as everybody except for Colentus was going the opposite direction. We're going to have a face-off in the neutral zone. 3 minutes, 13 seconds left. So it looks like here Firewagon's going to pick up their second win of the season. They have a 4-goal lead here with 3 minutes remaining. This is Blake Abinanti. He's got a couple of goals. Has the puck now in that far corner. Pinballs around. Schmidt picks it up. Lattice now. Lattice trying to play it forward to Scapone and can't. It's Pontrelli. And now Scapone down low. Scapone centering feed onto the stick of Lattice. That puck is loose, and post whistle kerfuffle with 2.5 minutes left to go.
Yeah, Cameron Brush took exception to Calderon. Calderon's been in the middle of the fray a lot this evening. And so Brush knocked Calderon down. No penalties called here, I don't believe. No, yeah, they are.
No, yeah.
And Brush is going.
Brush is going to the box, so it'll be another power play here for the Timberwolves for a little post-action action from Cameron Brush. But you're taught at an early age to protect your goalie, and that's what Brush was doing right there, but maybe just a little too aggressively. Yellow Jackets take the draw, get out to center ice with it as we're down to 2:20. Holodniak, he stopped right at the blue line. Brookbank and Schmid one-on-one against the boards. Kept in for the moment. Timberwolves looking to get something going offensively here. That pass gets underneath, giving chase is Bush. Bush won't be the first one on it. It'll be Schmidt. Pops up into the air. Lauren Kaiser tries to take the shot. She's checked from behind, and it's taken by Firewagon down the near side. Skating into the middle, the shot, the save, the rebound, another save by Chachan, and we get a whistle there as Brookbank and Luke Abinanti trying to get another goal, and you can see the official not having anything to do with what young Mr. Connor Brookbank was doing right there. Moves him out of the way immediately, and I'm surprised Brookbank didn't end up in the box. But a couple of really nice saves by Lucas Chachan there towards the end. I don't want to overlook the important stuff, which was the saves made by Lucas Chachan there down the stretch. 2 very tough saves. in the end, it's still going to be a victory here for Firewagon, but those are two really nice saves made by Shachan here at the end. Byer across the red line, now gaining the blue line. Cuts back in. The shot by Rock pops up into the air and into the back of the net. And there's the power play goal for the Timberwolves. That's going to go to Glenn Byer. And he got himself some space, Eric. He got into the open, got into the slot area. The shot was made, and Julian Rock made the initial save off his stick. And I think he might have had his stick slanted in such a way that the puck just shot up over his head and into the back of the net.
Elevated in, as we talked about. Doesn't matter how you scored, it's how many and when and that you scored. That was a nice individual effort there by Byer.
Yeah, put the power play goal, that feather in your cap, and get on the board here. Because, I mean, every goal is important, you know, when you're talking about tiebreakers and stuff. So you want to keep grinding here through the final 70 seconds of this one. Down by 3 now. Woo. With a nice move to gain some space into the offensive zone. Tipped away from him, but gets it back. Down to a minute. Woo. Behind the goal. Pushes it around to the left side. Squirts out into the high slot area, and that shot's deflected wide. Around the boards, but not out, as Wennerstrom, bit of a mishit on that shot attempt, and a 2-on-1 here, and walking in, and good back check by the Timberwolves. Another shot. Shachan makes another save, this time off of Justin Marsh, who was gunning for that hat trick, but Lucas Shachan playing pretty well here in the third period, making a handful of tough saves.
Yeah, battling there until the end. You never give up, regardless of the score, especially if you're a goalie. Last line of defense.
Yep. So Firewagon will improve to 2-3-2 here, and for the time being, they'll actually move into 5th place, although the team ahead of them, the Sabres, will have 3 games in hand. So for the time being, Firewagon will sit in 5th place at 2-3-2. Timberwolves will be 0-5-1, still looking for that first victory of the regular season. For Firewagon, their next game will be tomorrow up at Canlan, West Dundee, taking on the Leafs, while the Timberwolves don't play again until the 15th up in Northbrook, taking on the Northbrook Bluehawks. So that's going to do it here for Game 2 of this Nihil doubleheader game of the week, brought to you by Stream Sports Midwest. It is a 5-2 Firewagon victory. So we saw a very exciting, low-scoring 2-1 girls game in Game 1 of the doubleheader. A 5-2 game, a little bit more one-sided than what we saw in Game 1, but overall, it's always good to be back. This was the first place that Stream Sports Midwest broadcast a game from, so it's always nice to be back here at Hoffman Estates, and you know, we'll be back next Saturday. Any final thoughts?
No, it was a good day of hockey, doubleheader. You know, a little lag time in between, which is fine. We got some local eats.
Yeah, got some pizza. That's right. Had some pizza.
Good there, but
Love it.
Yeah, it was all good hockey today, and you know, we're gearing up. We got a few games left before the holiday break, and then before you know it, January is just going to be hot and heavy.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on here over the next couple of weeks. Eric and I will be back next Saturday, Bolingbrook Rocket Ice Arena. So for my partner, Eric Willowite, my name is Aaron Shellen. Once again, your final score here, Game 2 of this Nihil Game of the Week doubleheader from Hoffman Estates. Firewagon 5, Timberwolves 2. Have a great rest of your week, everybody, and we will talk to you next Saturday from Bolingbrook. Take care.